You are now listening to the voice of horror.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, cause you're headed to the night watch zone. Watch zone.
Let's get down to brass tacks.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
It's showtime!
Yo, what's up? Here we are, Thursday night, stepping inside of the kill zone. Killjoy Jake and myself are ready to do this and to talk all the wonderful things that have been happening in horror, especially in one of our favorite franchises of all time. Today was Thursday. You know what that means, Jake.
Yeah, we got all kinds of big Scream 7 updates.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
You can feel the love. All right.
We probably shouldn't tell our audience that that stuff happened again. We did this last time. And, Knight, I have not stopped receiving comments from people who were very upset with both of us last time we did the Kill Zone, telling everyone a Scream 7 trailer came out. But we do have some cool stuff to talk about today. TV spot dropped on Tuesday, so
yeah,
it's something.
Look, at this point, I think you would agree at this point, we got to take what we're given. Okay. This is,
Yeah.
listen, as franchise fans, we're like just 2 steps above the Elm Street folks. Okay. And they haven't gotten anything in years. So at least we got, let me stop. All right. So, real quick, for you guys that are here, we appreciate you hanging out with us. All you guys in the chat, we see you guys. Shannon, Dude's in the house. Dude is with us. Carter is in the house. What's up, guys? And of course, we have the general in the house, ready to keep things in order. Thank you so much for being here, Val. We appreciate you so much. Kelly is telling us the obvious. There you go. Kelly knows what's up. What's up, Kelly? Hope you're doing well too. We got Jen in the house. What's up, Jen? Hope you're doing well. Good to have you here. Gory Tiger, what's going on? Lindsay's in the house. All you guys rock. Tori, hey guys. Hey, what's up, Tori? Good to see you. Nathan, what's up, brother? Fortnite in the house. All right. Joshua, all of you guys. This is really cool. Erica, who is ready to bite fingers. Thank you so much for being here, Erica. We love you. And we've got a channel member anniversary. We're going to get right to that right now because it's 37 months. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Jen, for all the support. Personally, I don't want to see Leslie Mocker in this movie. Jake, Jen has just opened the door for us, and I can't think of a better segue. And congrats on that, Jen. And seriously, thank you so much. First of all, Jake, what are you thinking about the possibility of Leslie being in this film? Do you want to see it or not, especially for the folks that may not have heard our thoughts on it? And what's the percentage chance that she is in this?
I have talked about it a lot, like I'm a broken record. But
Yeah.
honestly, I don't want to see it. Like I don't think we need Stu's sister. I don't know what that could possibly add to the character outside of just being another disgruntled family member in this franchise. I would rather just see new killers come about and do their thing, and be pissed off for reasons we couldn't just very easily predict. So I don't know. I don't think. For me, family member killers just don't work in this franchise. We've seen a lot of them, and a lot of them are just like very over the top and campy. Like, how I'm just not crazy about that. It just doesn't work in my brain. An upset mother would not be a cartoon character. These are two very different types of characters in my mind. I feel like it would be something similar with Leslie, and like, especially if part of her motive is avenging her dead brother. Why wait 30 years? Why?
Right.
What
She's
happened
like,
now that we're
my
just
son
deciding to do
pushed me
something?
over the edge, and now I'm going all out.
Maybe
It's a
maybe that's
family
it.
thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I would rather it just be some brand new characters, personally, though.
No. I definitely agree with you on that. I think, look, do I want Leslie in this film? I'm okay with it. Do I think we needed her? Like, if I was going back to, even a couple years ago, or even when Scream 6 was out, I was like, no, we don't need to. I mean, we could have done some other things. And like we've talked about, if we had a whole new set of fresh characters, a whole new vibe, and maybe even some different methods for Ghostface and for our would-be victims, I would have been fine with that too. I really would have. Especially imagine this: if Kevin comes back, which of course it probably wouldn't have worked this way because we know Kevin loves, Nev, he loves Courtney and all of that, and that's fine. But imagine if Kevin had come back and it was a brand new story, new characters, and a whole new setup. I would have been so pumped for that. I mean, I'm not angry that we've got Nev and company coming back, Courtney, the twins. That's great. But we're gonna have to see. This is really interesting. Like I said to you on your channel, and I've talked about it too. Scream 7, in a way, has got me so much more curious than I have been in I don't even know how long for this franchise. And that's because of all the ways that this could go well and all the ways that this could really turn sour. And I'm here for it. I want it to be good, of course, because I'm a fan. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where we go with it. But Jen, thank you so much for positioning us that way. We really appreciate it. We got, geez, you guys beat me to the punch. I was just about to say, we got something special tonight too. We're continuing from the other night. I'll make that announcement in a second. But John stepped in before I get to say that, coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much, John. John, you are in the entry. Let me just say that before I explain it. But he's saying hey guys, Scream 7 trailer might drop tomorrow, hopefully. Will you do another stream as well if they do release it? Well, listen, I'm not a betting man per se, but knowing Jake's work ethic and knowing that I'm ready to rock today all morning long, even though I'm supposed to be working, yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're just waiting, like you were saying backstage, man. Like you're just sitting around all day, like, is it there? Is it there? That's what I was doing too. It's crazy.
There was about like 1,000 trailers that came out today too. I don't know if you got any notifications for that. I'm like, oh, cool, that trailer came out. This like the new trailer for The Bride, new Lauren Lavera movie today as well. Yeah. No Scream 7 trailer. Like I was just waiting for the update. I was just looking at my phone all day long, nothing. Yeah.
But doesn't that also? And that's a great point that you just made. But doesn't that kind of reflect, even to a small degree, even of how the overall fan base is? Like you can have some really cool projects that are coming out, like The Bride, which I'm really excited for.
Yeah,
I really, really am. But it's not the Scream 7 trailer, so it's like we kind of mirror the audience a little bit. I mean, a lot of that is because as content creators, we want to be able to provide, some information and connection with the communities. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty much like, boop, nope, it's not Scream 7. Boop, it's not Scream 7. Let's keep going. And it's been crazy, man.
It's all like, exciting stuff, though. Like I do want to point that out. Like there was a lot of cool trailers, a lot of cool updates today. But I just, Scream 7 brings in the people. Let's just be honest here.
Give the people what they want.
Give the people what they want, Paramount. Come on now.
That's what we're trying to do. And speaking of giving the people what they want, let's do a super chat clip, and then I'll jump into the little thing that we're doing tonight. John, thank you so much for this. We really appreciate it. And Jake, sometimes you have no clue what to expect from anyone, and this is a good example of what it would sound like.
This is damage to the front end of your car, which hit his car in the rear.
There it is. That's great. John, thank you so much. And we're going to put you into the drawing. The other night, we had started a drawing with folks. If you send in a super chat, a $5 super chat or more, we're going to be giving away a special friend that my dear honey Coriander made. And there he is. We've got the mini stew. Is still going to be looking for a home tonight. We're going to spin the wheel, a random draw. We have 5 people from the other night that are in the drawing. So if you would like to get the mini stew, this is the time to do it. And what's up, Gory? Good to see you. I know I was messaging Gory on Instagram. We were like waiting around, bearded Eric. We were waiting to jump on. It's like, it's crazy. But yep, this is the mini stew, and you got to love this because the mask does come off.
Oh, no way.
The robe does come off too. And I know you haven't seen this yet, Jake. We have the sweater too. The sweater as well. So Mini Stew is ready to find a permanent home. Shout out to Coriander, who's just amazing with her crocheting of all these creations that she's done. So many of the horror icons. So that'll be tonight, guys. So let us know.
Does everything come off? Asking for a friend, asking for someone else in the chat.
You're asking for Tyler.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we love him. No, everything does not. Okay, I'm still keeping this PG-13 as much as I can.
Aw, shucks.
Fiddlesticks.
Oh, fiddlesticks, man.
Right.
Dang it.
Oh man. So let's also, and I'm going to be catching back up with you guys in the chat. And by the way, this should be, par for the course. If you haven't subscribed to Jake's channels, please make sure you guys do that. We've seen the links. I've seen the links in the chat, and Val and Erica, thank you so much for putting those in there. The gaming channel, and obviously his regular YouTube channel, and Jakey Retro, which bro, I'm just telling you, when you first told me kind of, the vibe you were going with and stuff like that, I was like, You're all right. This is why you're my friend. Not the only reason, but it's just cool, when you get a chance to talk about some other things and kind of show your creativity and your knowledge, and you have a lot of knowledge about film in general. So it's really cool, man. It really, really is.
Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So let's these guys in the chat, they're killing me. Let's talk about the timeline. Okay, so here we are, we're at Thursday, and John was mentioning it too. What do you think are the chances we'd get the trailer tomorrow? Like, should we even just stop worrying about it and then it just pops up and we all do the scramble?
That would be awesome. I would love to be doing the scramble tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that would be great. I would love just. Yeah, I can't complain about more marketing though at this point, because we did get a lot of stuff this week. Big poster that showcases more of the characters. Did a whole breakdown video on that this week, which was great. That TV spot also had some really interesting new images as well. But
It did.
if we get another teaser or trailer with some more stuff, it does run the risk of showing too much. But I think just as long as they're as long as every week we're kind of getting something moving into the next movie, that to me is what worked so well with 5 and 6. There was always something to talk about to just keep it in conversation with the fans. I mean,
I agree.
Even I don't know if you remember this, the TikTok. You remember the TikTok page?
Yes.
That was awesome. I mean, that was just such a
was.
simple thing, but it kept us engaged. It was like we were kind of looking for clues there. It's like, oh, is this kind of giving us a hint as to who Ghostface is, or how some of the surprises and shocks are going to go? There was a lot of fun to be had with the marketing campaign for 5. So I'm just hoping 7 gets more into that, even if it's not necessarily more teaser trailers, just more fun stuff being put out there for us to kind of break down and look for clues in, right?
Yeah, man, that's what I want too. I really, really do, because like you said, it was just fun because it seemed like every couple days or so, we were able to talk about, oh, did you see this or did you see that? And
Yeah.
the conversation, the clues, and kind of the speculation. This is a franchise. These are movies, at least to me. The huge advantage that they have is the speculation of the story of the killers, and who's going to survive, or how long they're going to survive, and all of these types of things. So it's like, it is a little bit baffling, the timing, like we said before, but we'll see. Tomorrow could be a whole new day, or whenever, hopefully soon. Do you feel as though, and I know we've talked about this before, but do you think next week is kind of like, yeah, this has got to be the week that we get the full second trailer? Or do you think it could go longer? I mean, we're talking about next week would be the 22nd. I mean, like, wow. It is like 2 steps away from the release of the film.
Yeah, we're getting down to being a month away, and that's like
Yeah.
insanity to me that
It
we're
is.
getting that close.
Mhm.
I definitely think we'll get some sort of trailer, teaser, whatever. It's been so hard to predict because 7 has been marketing in a completely different way. I mean, we got like a full-on trailer way earlier than we did for the last 2 movies, where in both cases we got like little teaser trailers, like at least for 6. Like, we're talking about that one in particular. We started that marketing campaign off like 3 months before with a little teaser of all of our characters on the subway, and they're getting cornered by Ghostface. What's going on here?
That was so great.
It was cryptic. It didn't show us too much. It was great. It was nice. And then of course that got followed up by a full trailer. But with 7, we're just like, it was like nothing for a long time. Bam, hit in the face with a full trailer, ton of scenes, a whole bunch of shots of just showcasing a ton of different sequences. So it's a completely different marketing campaign than what we've seen from the last 2 flicks. And I guess it does have a lot of Scream fans scratching their heads a little bit. I feel like the success of 5 and 6 does come from that very enthusiastic marketing campaign, where it just felt like every day, again, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but it just felt like every day there was something big to talk about regarding the upcoming film. So I'm hoping 7 starts to get into that at least now, like now that we're basically a month before the film. I think they got to do that to start generating some more conversation with this film, some more positive conversation at that.
It's so true. It's so true, man. And real quick, what's up to Julie in the house? Good to have you here. And man, listen, I think what we should do, and I kind of teased it backstage, I think we should check out the teaser together right here, right now, and kind of geek out a little bit with all these guys that are here in the chat. because I haven't had a chance to do that with you yet. This is like
Yeah.
we're doing it live. Before we do that, and you guys can queue up your version if you'd like to as we get ready. Real quick though, we got Shantae has entered the building as far as mini stew, saying just want to up my chance for stew. And that's true. Like you've got a couple of chances now. So thank you so much. We appreciate you. And it's awesome. Thank you, Shantae. My brother from down under, Ginger Ninja, 35 months. Holy crap, man. Time. I'm going to have to message him on IG. Time flies, bro. And we're getting older. We really are. Thank you so much, man, though. Seriously, I mean, we're right there. It's 3 years and longer than that. You've just been awesome. And I really appreciate you, man. Seriously. Thank you so much for all the support. We also have Stella with a channel member anniversary. 9 months. We hit it. Saying, hey, all, long time no see. Was hit by drunk driver on November 7th. 3 surgeries later, I'm getting back on my feet. Oh, my gosh. Well, we're glad that you're okay. That's horrible.
Oh my
I'd
God.
been wondering how you've been doing. Well, Stella, you know, our thoughts are with you. We're glad that you're hanging in there, and we hope that you're having fun here because you know you're always so positive and seem to enjoy these conversations with us in the community. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the support. Seriously, much
Yeah,
love.
so much love. That's terrible.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. Lindsay also with a channel member anniversary, 3 months, 2 dudes on a Thursday night. I love it. Lindsay kept coming up trying to figure out the collective name. You know, 4 dudes, 4 dudes talking, 4 dudes that love movies. I love it. That was great stuff. Bearded Entertainment in the house. The Bearded Entertainment. What's up, man? 19 months. Awesome stuff, bro. So much new info in the second trailer today. So surprised they showed Dewey being brought back with the Necronomicon. God. Total spoiler right in the trailer. There you go.
This is what I'm talking about. I just hate that they're spoiling everything about this damn movie in the marketing.
Everything.
Come on,
Everything's out there.
guys.
Everything's, bro. Everything. All right. We also, you guys are awesome. Talking Star Wars in the house, coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much. Saying, do we still think Anna is Ghostface? She's not in the trailer that I noticed. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna be watching it in a second. And we'll be geeking out. I bet we will. Thank you so much. You're in the drawing too. Thank you. The mini stew. Erica also coming in. Count me in. Also hit the like button, y'all. Thank you so much, Erica. I've got you down to the mini stew might be yours by the end of tonight. Awesome stuff. And we also have the general coming in. Val, thank you. My mini shape needs a partner on my horror show. That's awesome. Thank you, Val. Seriously, and Val's gotten a lot of cool stuff, and she knows what's up. Thank you so much, Val. We appreciate you. Much love. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the mini shape and the mini stew would be great. We got Senior Wilson. Mark my words, Anna Camp will be Leslie with her daughter McKenna as her accomplice, Stu's niece. If there's 3, her son. Oh, whoa, there might be 3. We've been talking about how many we're gonna get. There it is. It might be 3. Asa will be in on it too. Jake, before we watch the teaser together, do you think we're gonna get 3?
I like if it's this again, it just kind of feels like the family thing again for me.
Yeah.
It feels very Scream 6. Like feels like we kind of just did
does.
this.
It does.
And I'm not against 3 killers. It was cool in Scream 6. It was like, whoa, you know, that's different. But I guess I kind of miss the just 2 killers. I kind of missed when it was just the 2 people working together for like having a similar goal. I miss having different motives to explore too. I feel like a lot of the killers have kind of just had like, yeah, this is why we're doing it. Get wrecked. Like I want to see kind of like a little bit of a Mickey and Debbie Salt thing going on in this next movie. They have totally different reasons to be there.
Yeah, that's true. They had some different reasons, and it actually worked out really well. I really enjoyed that. Yep, I agree with you. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate the super chat and the support. You're also in the drawing for the mini stew. Danielle's in the house. What is up, Danielle? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Nightmare Files as well. All right. Okay. So let's cue this thing up. I want to check this out with you. You guys get yourselves ready if you're going to be watching it as well. I haven't had a chance to do this with Jake, so this will be a lot of fun. Okay, let me just make sure. Gotta have the volume. Hopefully, it's not going to be too loud. If it is really loud, let me know, Jake. Because sometimes, yeah, you know how it is with tech.
It's all good.
Right? Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. We're going to get this thing queued up. All right, guys, we're going to do this in 5. And Jake, if for some reason the volume is wacky, let me know.
Yeah.
We're going to do this in 5. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Hello? Do you like scary movies?
You could turn it up like a tiny bit.
Surprise, Sydney.
Yeah, that's good.
This for a long time. Your daughter is the same age you were when this all started. If you hurt her, I'm not going to hurt her until you're here to see it. This is gonna be fun.
Oh man, that was so cool.
Short and sweet, you know?
Yeah, we talked about that. That we wanted it to be something where they don't have to show us a lot. Give us a feeling, a vibe. It can even be just a voiceover or even Roger. And this is pretty much exactly what I meant. I think that this is very, very cool because again, you're not giving. Well, okay, let's go. Let's just talk about Joel. Let's be real. How, if you were a betting man, do you think they're setting us up? I've heard a lot of people talking about the fact that they don't think that Mark's gonna get killed, or at least this isn't the scene that it happens.
No, Mark's dead. No, I'm afraid. Like, I believe, yes, there is misdirection in the trailers and the marketing.
Yeah.
No, dude, my guy is dead. I don't think that many people like care. You know what I mean? Like, if it was Gale Weathers, right? If it was Gale and it was like, oh, she's about to get stabbed. It's like, is she gonna die? I'd be like, probably not. That's probably misdirection. I don't think like anyone coming into this movie has like strong feelings for Joel McHale's character. You know what I mean? Like more so than like a Sidney Prescott, a Gale Weathers, someone they're already familiar with. So that to me feels like a death that they're kind of okay with like showing on screen, versus if one of the legacy characters does end up going. Hi, Gory B movie. How you doing?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It definitely looks really bad because I've actually, this is what we're gonna do, and we did this, when the trailer had first come out. Let's go through it bit by bit a little bit. And I didn't mean for it to sound like that. So in the beginning, I thought it was really cool that we get this whole legacy vibe going on. You know what I mean? I think that was just awesome to see. What's your thought on how they opened it up? Obviously with Sydney, and then kind of going through some of our favorite characters of all time, man.
This is what I'm thinking is leaning into the misdirection element. A big part of this movie and its marketing is it all, this is the final chapter of Sydney's story. It all comes back to the original in some way.
Right.
Like, there's such a theme of legacy with this film in particular that I would say that not even the last two flicks had such a big focus on, in regards to the marketing and to how they're like kind of presenting this film to us. I think it's misdirection. I really think it's part of what the Ghostfaces want Sydney to believe, what they want Tatum and everybody else in town to believe is going on, when truthfully, something else is actually happening the whole time. So I think like that's going to be the big shock and twist of this movie, is that this is part of the fabrication. I think, like, is it really somebody from Woodsboro from 30 years ago who's coming back now all pissed off and angry and wants to kill, or is it some people who are cosplaying as wannabe folks who were connected back to the original? That's what I think. That's what I think.
Yeah, we had talked about this a little bit too, because I'm thinking to myself, like, would they really just put it all out there like that? I mean,
Because if it is Stu, right? Like if
Yeah.
Stu is alive, that is so translated by the every single piece
Everything
of
we've
marketing
seen.
so far. Like if it's Stu, there's
Right.
no shock now. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like if it was him and that was the secret they were trying to like hide from us all, I don't think they would be playing it so on the nose like how they have been.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, I just think that there's a part of me that's wondering if, because we talked about this too, as far as, why even announce that Matthew was going to be in the film? Why not kind of hold that off? And then the idea of, would they have been able to? Leaks are always the possibility, and we've seen it with 5 and 6. So there's that part of me that's thinking, well, maybe they're figuring, hey, let's just lean into it. Let's just, you know what I mean? Because they know that it's divided. I won't say it's 50-50. I don't even know what that percentage would be as far as people that want Stu in the film alive in the flesh, right? And then there's a big section that don't, keep him dead. And so, I'm wondering if they just figured that, hey, let's just go for it. We know that, let's just say half of the folks are going to run with it, and they're going to be so hype, and they're going to, drive discussion. And then the other half are going to be so emotional because they don't want it. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that plays a part in it or not. But I can't wait to find out. I really can't. This is one of those things, like with 5 and 6. I remember, and we all talked about it. As far as the collective, we were trying to make sure, hey, I don't want to say anything until you see it, and we're trying to figure out when each of us were going to see it. This is one of those This is a movie, the curiosity level, where I wish we could see it at the same time, or at least within an hour of each other, and then just go nuts on the phone afterwards. Because I have a feeling, we're either going to be like satisfied or like really like what scratching our head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I'm not even gonna lie. For the last 6 months, I've been thinking about like what is my like out of the theater reaction video going to be for this movie. Like I think about it way too much. I think about it way more than I probably should. But I'm just like, God, I hope I'm saying good things. I hope I'm not just like ripping this one to shreds. If this was like an I Know What You Did Last Summer situation, I would be just so upset. I'd be like, no, I want to at least be defending parts of this movie, when it's all said and done, like being like, well, no, that part of it was cool. Like Scream 6, I have that relationship with. It is not a perfect movie by any means, but it does have a lot of really cool things going on in it. And I'm hoping 7 has some of that personality and has some of those big swings.
I do too, man. I do too. All right, now I want to go through a couple of scenes, obviously the new stuff, but real quick, just to jump back to the audience. Hollywood Guy also has a channel member anniversary. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and this community, Hollywood Guy. Much love. 27 months, guys. That is awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Wow. Thank you, brother. Knight, it's been a long time. Did I miss the second trailer? We're doing the teaser, man. We're doing the teaser, and we're just like twiddling our thumbs for that second one. He said, Jake, what's up? Knight, thanks for having me. Hey, we're glad to have you here, man. Seriously, always positive, and seriously, much appreciated and much love. Kelly is also coming in. Kelly is serious about the mini stew. Coming in with a super chat. Is there a chance that the TV spot is the second trailer given the new footage? And do you think the reference back to the OG points to Stu? Okay, let's park on that for a second. Do you think that this is basically what they are having as the second trailer, Jake?
I mean, it could absolutely be the case. I was predicting for a little while that whatever came next would probably be something smaller with a lot of repeat footage, and this is exactly that.
Yep.
I'm okay with that personally because this is probably going to run all the time, and on TV or YouTube ads, whatever. This is probably what we're going to be seeing for a lot up until February 27th. I'm okay with that personally. If we do get another trailer and we have more footage to break down, all the merrier. Let's rock and roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I definitely second that. It is quite possible that this is, what they're using as the second one. Again, we said this at the beginning. This is totally different rhythm than what we had, for 5 and 6. So we'll see. The reference back to the OG pointing this to, oh, absolutely. They look, if you could like read between the lines, there's probably letters that are on the trailer saying it is Stu. Right, like scrolling
Yeah.
across. It is Stu. Everything that they're doing is pointing to Stu. And again, we're gonna have to see what happens. We really will. But thank you for that, Kelly. We've got you on the list.
Both trailers also end with I believe a line from Matthew Lillard saying this is gonna be fun. So like, I mean, dude, they're making it so obvious. It's like, could it be that? I'll shut up about it. Sorry, but it's like, oh man, it's so out in front, you know.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, I know how you are. The film has to be good. The execution has to be good. Let's say that it is Stu, right? He's back. He's in the flesh. He's alive. I don't know how much he's in the movie, but let's just say that is the case. Looking back, would you be totally surprised at this tactic? I mean, they literally spilled it out, like pretty much 100%. Like Stu's in this. It's Stu. He's coming after Sydney through Tatum. I mean, that would be so crazy. I mean, wow.
Well, if it is Stu, like the problem with making it a dead character or any returning character in general is it can't be someone who's hanging out with us throughout the whole film. That's
Right.
like the magic of a murder mystery is it's like, oh, it's this person who's just been hidden in plain sight the whole time. That's the shock. That's the surprise. That's where like some of the stronger writing comes in. But when it's somebody who just randomly takes off the mask, that's something more of a sucker punch rather than a twist ending. So that to me, I guess you could market, that way. You could market it as, well, yeah, it's Stu. This isn't really going to be a murder mystery by definition, So, I mean, I guess if it is him, you could market it that way. But again, is this a Scream film at that point? Like I would go so far as to argue Scream needs a murder mystery. That's just like part of the reason why I show up for these movies. It's part of the reason I love them. I love Matthew Lillard though too. So, will I be completely disappointed if it's just Matthew Lillard running around again with a bunch of scars on his face? Honestly, I might kind of vibe with it. I might enjoy it, but it will change the franchise forever because, they don't have an auteur making the fucking Minecraft movies, but they're making $1 billion, right? It's
so true.
Are those movies going to age well? Are people still going to be talking about them in 5 years? Probably not. But the first one made $1 billion. So this will also, if Stu's back, this will probably make even more money than the last two flicks, and they'll cash in. Cool. But will Scream still be a murder mystery franchise at that point? I think that's going to be a big question moving into the future of this franchise.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And yeah, oh my God, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, at the end of the day, we can only just sit back and watch, but I'm just like, I'm on pins and needles. I really am. All right, real quick too. We have Arnold. What's up? Expecting a post-credit scene. Ooh, maybe for 8. Well, I think that if this is a cliffhanger of sorts, I don't know. I don't know if I would go as far as to say a post-credit scene. Getting a cliffhanger in and of itself would be a big thing. I mean, we haven't done that. We've had the opportunity. There's been times when it was supposed to happen and didn't. But I think if we get a cliffhanger, I think that'll be about as much as I'm going to expect. I won't be sitting around I will stay in the theater, right? But I'm not expecting a post-credit, Marvel type of scene. What about you, Jake? You think there's any way we get a post-credit scene?
I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be, especially if they plan on moving on Scream 8 right away. That could be fun, but a fun way to tease it. The only reason I would want that though is if Scream 8 was like a part 2. You know what I mean? If it was like extending this story opposed to just being another entry, like most of the Scream movies have been. So I don't know what they would do with a post-credit scene outside of the typical like Ghostface flash right at the end, like how they almost always do.
That's what I'm thinking too. It's like, what would they do? I mean, we're not talking about The Strangers here or anything, It's and I can't wait to see what they're going to do for chapter 3. Arnold, thank you so much. Much appreciated. We got Jimmy in the house too. How to enter the contest for the Scream doll. Just send in a super chat, $5 super chat or more, and you are in. And again, we've got them here. I'm calling him Mini Stu. It's not Mini Me. It's Mini Stu. And again, we started the drawing the other night, but we didn't get a chance to stay on long. The mask does come off. The robe, it does come off. And you got to have the sweater. That was the thing the other night when I first showed this. Like everybody's like, they got the sweater too. Yeah, Coriander definitely did some awesome stuff with this, and yeah, she's amazing. So
Very cool.
it is, man. It's so cute. I actually was like, man, I don't want to really give it away. I'm not lying.
It's mine
Okay.
now. Sorry.
It's mine. Okay. Senior Senior Wilson coming back in. Thank you so much. Ghostfaces are mad at Stu's house being used for a B&B attraction. So opening night, they kill the first guest and torch the house. That's the opening motive. Ooh. Okay. Well, yeah, we've kind of theorized that a little bit too. Yeah, now I'm reading it a second time. That's very plausible. That's very plausible, especially, well, this is what I've said, especially when I first saw the first trailer. Assuming that Stu is in it and alive. Now, I've always said I think it's a very small part. It could be in the second half, right at the end, just small things, but a manipulation of sorts. He's not jumping out of the attic. Okay. He's not doing that type of stuff. He may not even kill anyone,
Yeah.
But part of the motive that I thought would be kind of interesting, obviously, is, getting back at Sydney, but also just that sense of, well, now they don't understand what we wanted to do back then, what we were all about. Now they're using the house as Airbnb. This is bullshit. We got to take it back to the beginning. You know what I mean? That type of vibe. I'm not saying it's for sure what I think is going to happen, because there's been some other things that have cropped up. What do you think, Jake? Could this be a situation where there's a sense of legacy that they feel is being tarnished or not respected enough?
Yeah, I think if it is Stu, and he's upset that, I think it goes beyond just he's upset that his house is an Airbnb, of course, but I think this is starting to tiptoe into what the whole thing's going to end up being about. I mean, think about what's being displayed here, right? Jimmy Tatro is so excited to stay at this house. Isn't that kind of inherently a little fucked up? I mean, this is a house where many people have been murdered.
Right.
And he's excited about that. Like this is entertainment to him, not real life trauma like how it is to some. I think that's kind of what we're getting into with this film a little bit, looking at true crime as nothing more than entertainment, and why that's kind of wrong, why that's kind of like a messed up thing where, to some people it's life ruining, life altering in such a negative way. So I'm actually excited to see how that plays into the overall motive of whoever Ghostface is, because if that's where we're starting our movie, obviously that's going to be a big part of this is the glorification, Hollywoodification of actual trauma, true crime, all that fun stuff. And I think it's going to be pretty thought-provoking on top of being a fun popcorn scream movie,
I think so too. I mean, I think there's a lot of great possibilities. That's part of that curiosity. I think that they could really go into some interesting directions. And it could be some things that we haven't done before. I mean, obviously, talking about things like a cliffhanger or a returning character and all of that. These are things that have never been done. So I think it could be really cool. The question is, can they stick the landing? I don't know.
Execution is everything, dude.
It is. So, oh my gosh, I'm telling you. We also got Carter coming in. I'll send you a copy. Bam, bitch went down. Super bitch. I love it. I had to get it out. Also, peep Ace's shirt in the poster. Ooh. I didn't even think about the shirt in the poster. Any thoughts on the shirt, Jake?
Yeah, it's interesting. It says like, what is it? The world. I think it says the world is, and then it's like a frowny face with a like a devil emoji. I said,
oh yeah.
For me, I don't think that makes him suspicious. I think that just makes him like a My Chemical Romance fan. Like he's blasting some emo tunes in his room, upset and angry. Maybe he's so sad that he's killing people now, though. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, look. All the stuff might be right in front of us, just like the collective name was. Okay, Carter. Carter, thank you so much. We appreciate the super chat, and you are also in the drawing. We appreciate you so much. And Senior Wilson coming in again. thank you so much, seriously, for all the support tonight. Last one. Pause the teaser near the end. Tatum on the floor looking at Ghostface. That looks like the second one behind her. See the bottom of the cloak. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we're definitely gonna go through that scene too. Let me pull this up, and then that way we can kind of see what we find.
So are they saying that there's multiple ghost faces in that scene? Is that what I'm understanding, or maybe I'm misreading that?
That's what I'm getting out of it. Let us know if that is not it. I love it. All right. Now, first of all, let's just play it once we get past everything that we know. Okay. Okay. Our buddy. Now, listen. I'm not necessarily a betting man, but if Ghostface cannot kill him in this scene, there is something. This will be worse than 6, where everybody survived. You can't kill Joel right here, and you're just standing right there. I will say this scene looks like it could be really cool the way it's shot. What do you think, Jake? I mean, it's creepy seeing Ghostface right there. It really is.
I mean, we've literally seen Joel get stabbed very close to the jugular, almost in the neck. I mean, if people were complaining that Chad wasn't dead in the last movie, this is going to be even more egregious.
Right?
Come on, like he's got to be dead.
I mean, how could he not be? I mean, seriously.
Look at that. Look at that. Come on. He's dead.
Look, man, I mean, listen, I know that Chad has changed human physiology for all of us. And now we're so durable. People are starting to live to 120 years old. But bro, this is point blank right here. He's gotta be gone, right? I mean,
he not only is he getting stabbed, he is also getting suffocated by plastic. So like, it's not just like you could take a little suffocation. You could take a stab to the shoulder, whatever. But
yes,
this guy, I mean, he's so done for in this shot, especially. I don't want to, and this is going beyond my hatred for this character out the gate. I love Joel McHale. I do. He's not Sidney Prescott's husband. This is just, I don't think this is going to work on screen. I hope he goes quickly.
Oh, man.
But I love him as Jeff Winger. Bring him back for the Community movie, baby. I hope he lives through that, but just not this.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. And real quick, and thank you guys for reminding folks, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It definitely helps us out, and we appreciate that. Just what's up? Good to have you here. Okay, so yeah, he's got to be gone. He's got his ticket is punched. Okay, so there we go. There's Fallbrook. What are we thinking, Jake? I have heard some weird theories. I mean, people, they're reaching. Okay, what do you think we're going to get with this whole Fallbrook angle?
Well, I think we see in another shot here in a sec that Sydney and Gail are there investigating, looking for clues.
Yep.
And I believe we are going to find someone who is somehow connected to our mystery here. I'm also just comparing this to, Scream loves to be meta. I think this whole plot point, it's very similar to Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, when we have our escaped mental patient, especially in Kills, running around and then getting blamed as Michael Myers. I feel like this is playing into something similar. We have someone has escaped from the psychiatric hospital, and people think that they're Ghostface. Maybe they are Ghostface. But I think it's a ruse. I think it's a distraction playing into the Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills themes that are very much so influencing this movie all over the place. I mean, burning down the house, dude. That's Halloween Kills all day, baby. So I think we're going to see a lot of influences from that trilogy here.
I do too, man. And I think that if nothing else, I really do think the Halloween trilogy helped to raise the bar in a way, as far as just putting the villain in these amazing shots. I mean, they spent, and we've talked about it ad nauseum, but the one cool thing I think most people can agree is that Michael looked great in the films, and they spent a lot of time choosing certain shots. Even the lighting on Michael and the mask, they would take a bunch of time just to set up a quick couple second shot because they wanted every time that you saw him on screen to look money. So I think that really did bleed out to other horror films, and I think that that's awesome because I do think Scream 5 and 6 had some really great moments showcasing Ghostface. So all right, let's go. Look at this on the wall. Yeah, wow. It's creepy as hell. I will say, I will say this. It gives me a little bit of Rob Zombie Halloween vibes here, but no, it's creepy. So obviously when they investigate, when Nev and Courtney get there, are they in this room? I know it's coming up. It's like in the next shot.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, there they are. God, man, it's so, I gotta admit, man. And this is the conundrum. The kid in me, the fan in me, just seeing Nev in the trailer, I'm just like, she is back. It is cool, you know. I'm not upset about it. I just hope that they can craft. I just hope it can be a good movie, man. That's all I hope.
I hope so too, man.
That's all I want, man. Real quick too, I wanted to say this and getting back to Stella. Much love to Stella. Next surgery is scheduled for the 27th. Wow, I don't think I'll get to see 7 in the theater. Well, Stella, geez, we feel for you, seriously. I hope that if there's any way that you can watch it, even you know, not in the theater, I hope that you can find a way. I really, really do, because I know that you're such a huge fan. But thoughts and prayers will be with you, and we'll be around. We're all, you know how we are. We're always around. So please let us know how you're doing. You know, if you feel comfortable enough to do that. Seriously. Awesome stuff. Okay, so yeah, just seeing Nev there is just so great. So let's push forward a little bit more here. Love that. That's a great shot. My goodness. I'm serious. And I know we've seen that, but I'm just saying it's just so cool to see. There they are, and there she is. That skirt.
So is McKenna Grace suspicious? Do you have any sort of thoughts that she could be Ghostface?
I mean, it's one or the other, right?
Yeah.
In one hand, they could be totally trolling us because they know that we know.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I think that it would make a lot of sense in a lot of ways if it's McKenna. One, because it is McKenna. Two, she is in the friend group with Tatum. Okay. So if Tatum is being targeted, I would assume it would have to be someone in her friend group. You know, it can't just be like a rando coming up. Right. Mm-hmm. So there's that. We've talked about this as well. It could be a mother and a daughter versus a mother and a daughter. I mean, look, it's right there in front of me. I didn't put it there. It's just right there in front of me that I'm seeing it. So I think there is a good chance she is a Ghostface killer.
That would be awesome.
I don't have an issue with it. Oh, so you're all on board with it, right?
I'm totally down. I love McKenna Grace, and I think she can play both sides of it. You know, we heard the casting director say before the trailer, not before the trailer came out, it was even earlier than that. He was talking a little bit about, you know, how they cast ghost faces, like how they cast people to play these characters, and they look at their filmography, they see if these people have kind of played both kinds of roles, like good guys, bad guys. Jack Quaid was such a perfect candidate for that, considering his filmography before that, and even now he's still played some good guys and some villains. McKenna Grace also perfectly in that position as well. I mean, she's literally I made a whole video about this, about how she's in 2 movies that came out back to back, year like 2017, 2018, where it's basically the same movie. In one case, she's a good guy. In the other, she's the bad guy. It's crazy similar. I'll send them your way. I actually sat down and watched both movies recently, but she's a perfect candidate for a Ghostface killer. I would love to see it happen. Yeah. One more thing and I'll shut up.
No, go ahead.
Did you see who else is wearing a blue flannel on the poster?
You know, I'm just trying to think. Refresh my memory.
Sam Reckner is wearing a blue flannel shirt on the poster.
It is blue?
Yeah, the trailer. Sorry, not the trailer. The poster is orange because it's like fire, but you can kind of tell it's like it looks like the one that Billy's wearing in the original film. So
okay, all right,
it's a thought,
man. Wouldn't it be something though? And I don't want to be that type of guy, but I'm gonna. What if it's neither of them and we were just getting trolled? Like, wouldn't that be? It'd be kind of cruel in a way, but also I get it.
That's I want that though. I want to be dead wrong walking into that theater, dude.
what I would love, you guys in the chat, let us know as well. What I would absolutely love is when that reveal happens, that last 17 minutes, like shit is happening that I had no clue that they were going to be doing. Like my mind is starting to fucking melt. That's what I would love. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. I really don't. Part of me feels like, okay, so 7 has been put together. You bring in, a lot of the OG cast. You bring in Kevin. We're trying to fix up things from the meltdown and breakup with Melissa and Jenna and all that stuff. And I'm just wondering, I'm not saying that they're not aiming for the fences, but I'm just wondering if they're like, hey, let's hit a triple. Let's do a couple things, but let's hedge our bets a little bit. And then 8, we can kind of open up the gates because now we've got the story set and we've got that expectation out there. And now the hype, or hopefully the hype, can carry into 8 and hopefully magnify. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't think that finale is going to melt minds. I'd love it to, though. I really would. 5 was really cool because and we talked about this when we were talking about our favorite Ghostface reveals. When Amber let off that shot, it got me. I was like, whoa, okay. The timing and the abruptness, that was great. Obviously 4 was really the last time the whole thing was just off the chain, Jill coming out and then just kicking her own ass. That was just beautiful. Could you imagine if it's that cool? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm here for it, but we'll see. Okay, so now we've got a scene that I'm really excited to see, this crawl space. I mean, this should be a really nice centerpiece. Look at that. Oh, that's great. That is great.
I'm loving the claustrophobia of this scene. I think it is, completely insane, but also, yes, it makes sense that Sydney Prescott has this vault in her house. It's crazy.
Jodie Foster panic room time.
I was saying, I don't remember when, but I made a whole video about this, and I'm like, I would love to get like a flashback to Scream 6 times, where it's just the whole family sitting in there playing on their phone. Like this was the safe place that Gail was talking about, right?
Yeah,
literally a safe place.
Yep. You're right. Exactly. I like that. Yeah. And I'm loving just the way this is playing out right here too, man. I mean, boom. Look, that was close. I mean, with that knife, that was really close.
Oh yeah.
Look at that, bro. Okay. Let's take our time with this. This could be first of all, what do you think is happening in this scene? Do you think could this be part of the reveal? Like a fake out reveal, and then Ghostface comes out from behind or something?
So this the coffee shop? Like I'm just looking around in the background and I'm like, this is a building. This is not a house. Look at that staircase.
Yeah, the staircase. Well, I don't know, man, because maybe it is the coffee shop. Maybe. It's hard to say.
Because she has that chase scene where she runs in there. I'm wondering if this is part of that or what's up with it. Where's she looking too? What's she looking at that she's so terrified? If Ghostface is behind her.
Yeah.
Lots of questions. Lots of them. Sure.
Lots of them. But it looks like it's going to be a great scene. I'm not going to hurt her. And there we go. Until you're here to see it. Yeah, that's her running.
And see, she's wearing the same thing in that shot back there as she was in what I think is like downtown, or downtown Pine Grove, which isn't really downtown, but
right. It isn't. The twins, man. Look, I'm hoping, and tell me what you think about this, but I really hope that the way that the story comes together, or at least the way that it's executed, that I feel 100% or close to 100% that yes, they needed to be in this movie, or they should be in this movie. How do you feel about that? Because, I know there are a lot of people that are still ailing from the whole breakup with Melissa and Jenna.
I think it's nice because of that. I think it's the pros are that I love these characters and I'm excited to see them, kind of get tossed back into the story, possibly give us a reason why, Sam and Tara are not there, respectfully, I hope. I think, something that I do worry about with this film is that there's just too many characters who are like just can't really be part of the mystery outside of a few things. I'm
Right.
worried it's going to have the same problem as Scream 6, where it's like, well, I'm not going to be suspicious of like more than half of the cast. And this film, I think, is even crazier, especially if rumors are true that Kirby is going to end up popping her head into this one for a minute or two. So it just feels like the majority of characters I'm just not suspecting is Ghostface, really, like really only a handful of some of the new folks, because it's not them. There's no way it's
no way.
it's Chad or Minnie. Come on now, that would just be
wouldn't make any
crazy.
sense. I mean,
And it's
that
not
would be
Sydney or
going-
Gail, right?
Yeah, we don't want to go into I Know What You Did Last Summer territory.
right.
A bunch of bullshit. Jesus. Oh my God. When I saw that, I was like, are you kidding me? Oh my God. But they look great.
Yes.
I love Mindy's hair. I really do. Oh, look at that. That's a great shot too. I'm digging that.
Everyone is like, is it just me? Everyone's crapping on the cinematography of this of what they've seen so far.
Really?
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that like egregiously bad like how some people are claiming.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm digging what I'm seeing. I mean, again, it's a trailer. I have to see the movie to get the full context. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's how I look at it. But yeah, I could be wrong. But I like the way it's looking so far. I love how they went to the old school right there with the scream. That was so cool. When I first saw that, I was like, wait a minute. And then I was like, oh, okay. And this is gonna be fun. I think it looks really cool. It's a great teaser. And it's kind of what we were talking about. We just want a couple of moments. We don't want anything given away, obviously, other than Joel. But I mean, I think it does a great job at getting some hype and also leaving you wanting more. Whereas, and I know some people felt like this. I don't know if I actually asked you this specifically. I know we both enjoyed the first trailer, but there are a lot of people who were saying that the first trailer was too much. Did you think it was too much?
I have a weird opinion about this because what I feel like was spoiled was stuff I either just didn't care as much about or just things I wanted to happen. Like, we were just talking about Joel dying. It's very obvious from the first trailer. Like, he's a goner. Cool. Like that to me was like, that's a box that I want checked with this movie. And honestly, I will be a little upset if he lives through this and they're going to try to make him into a new Dewey or Legacy character. No. Mark is dead. Mark, and McDreamy, like Gory B movie is saying there, is going to swoop in and save Sydney. I care more about this romance than I cared about too many things, Knight. It's a problem. Honestly.
I love it. And of course, Julie, when we first saw the first trailer, Julie had the narrow shoulders theory. And God, we were talking about Mark, and oh Lord, we'll see how it goes. I'm really, really curious though. I really am. Real quick too in the chat, let me just jump in with these guys for a moment. We got Mr. Master Mind Killer in here as well. Hey all, I love the TV spot. There are only 2 minor spoilers if you watch the trailer frame by frame. Yeah. I mean, but again, I think that there's a little bit of editing magic going on. I just don't know if it's gonna play out the same way. We'll see. But yeah, Mark doesn't look like he's gonna be too healthy in this film.
And Celeste O'Connor, I would say, I think is definitely a goner based on what we've seen.
Yeah, especially in the first trailer. I mean, it was almost like they were painting a very, very clear picture. Like, she is not gonna make it. Val saying, isn't one of the rules say it always goes back to the beginning and we learn something new? Yeah, I mean, I think that that would be really cool. We haven't talked about this yet, Jake, and I know we've mentioned it before, but some of these folks that are here tonight may not have heard it. But I was kind of thinking, once we get to the end or the reveal or what have you, I'm sure there'll be a lot of things that are said that might take care of that. But I was really hoping that maybe Roman or that possible flashback was going to be that type of thing, maybe to show us a little bit something different, a different angle of something that we knew. As time has gone on, and I'll be the first to say it, and we talked about it on your channel too, it just seems less and less likely. What do you think? How are you feeling about it right now as far as Roman's part in this film, the possibility of a flashback, and are we going to learn something new about the past?
Sadly, I think the last nail in the coffin with the flashbacks was when Scott Foley said in an interview recently that he never received a script for Scream 7. He was just kind of told what to do, and he did it. And that tells me that he just kind of went into the booth for a couple of days, said some lines, and that's it. We're also, rumor going around right now is that Matthew Lillard delivers most of the lines from Ghostface over the phone. And that again just kind of spells out what the roles of these legacy characters that are returning likely is, and just not much more, sadly. I will say I can't blame the film for this, but it does bum me out that they were announced as coming back as these characters when they're just pretending to be AI replication generation, whatever. It seems like that's just going to be the case with them. Doesn't mean that it's totally out of the realm of possibility that we still could learn something new about the past, though. You know what I mean? Like maybe through whoever's doing this time around, we learn that maybe they are. Maybe that's a big part of the twist, is whoever these new characters are somehow connect to the original events 30 years ago. Yeah,
I think that's the only way that they can make up for this. If all we're getting is just some voice stuff or something that's so minimal, you know what I mean? Like it's almost like they're afraid to kind of go one way or the other. I just think the only way out of that, to help combat that, is for something that's like, whoa, really? Something that's kind of monumental, that we learn. I think that to me, like, that's one of the only ways that you can kind of come back from this. I mean, I don't want to sound like all doom and gloom about it, but I mean, like I said, man, there's so much riding on this because of all of the hype, because of the announcements, of these OG characters. And they didn't need to be announced, to me anyways, if all they were going to do is just some voice acting or what have you. I honestly would not have want to have known. I really wouldn't have. So I don't know.
It's all just misdirection, man. It's just, hey, look here while we do something over here. That's what I'm thinking, sadly.
Well, yeah, but again, I would think, and again, I could be wrong, but I would think they understand that the fandom is so rabid. I mean, this is a rabid fandom, and I would just think that they'd be more forward thinking as far as to say, look, if we're going to bring Matthew back, okay, we gotta make this. We gotta try to hit a home run. We can't just have him come back and do a couple of lines, by voice and call it good. It's such a half measure. It really is.
It is.
Man. Let me also, while we're kind of talking about everything, let me bring up the poster. Like we were talking about the poster. There's the poster. I will say, it looks really good. I really like the way this looks. Do you find anything interesting? We talked a little bit about the shirt color and what we see on the shirt. Do you find anything interesting about how they're positioned? I know some people were talking about, they noticed that Gail was in the middle, and what that might or might not mean. What are you seeing?
So Joel McHale's character and Celeste O'Connor, two characters that we're pretty damn sure are dead, in the film. If you notice, they are both looking at Anna Camp from different directions.
They are.
And I think that's, I don't know, is that a clue that one of them's that they're looking at the Ghostface killer that killed them, perhaps?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It is something to think about. That was a big thing I pointed out in a recent video. But also Tim Simmons, a character we have never seen before, is wearing a very unusual outfit. I don't know if you zoomed in on that or not, but
Yeah, it is. It is unusual. Yeah, it
I
is.
called him Colonel Ketchup.
Colonel Ketchup. I love that. Oh man. I also think, the way McKenna is positioned, it looks, again, this is just a poster. It probably doesn't mean anything, but the way she's positioned is very it doesn't feel innocent. And I could just be reading into that. I really could. You look at a lot of the other characters, the twins, and just the facial expression, obviously our top three. But you look at McKenna and it looks kind of sus. I could be reading into that, but that's one thing that popped out to me for the poster. And you guys in the chat, let us know what you think. And also, do you like the poster? I think it looks great. I think it might be, and I haven't put them to side by side yet, but it might be the best of the 3, 5, 6 in this one. I really dig it.
Everybody hates the Scream 6 poster, like so much so.
I didn't hate it. Did you hate it?
I don't hate, they're all floating head posters, so they're a little generic. But I don't, they're not like, oh God, this is ugly or anything.
Yeah. Yep. We got Paula in the house too, saying Gail and Anna are wearing red. I think it was cool for Gail, is almost kind of like a throwback, getting that red on power suit type of stuff and all that. I love it. But I think this poster, it kicks ass. It looks great. I love Ghostface in the back. And of course, at the bottom, we've got the house and, the hero pose, so to speak. It looks good. I like it. Fear hits home.
I like that tagline too. That's fun. Feel like, again, a clue, perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps. Wouldn't it be absolutely crazy? I know we've talked about how, this whole Airbnb angle, we're talking about how this will be the opening and all of that type of stuff. Although some folks were wondering, could this be the ending of the film? Wouldn't it be something if, like, just something crazy and out there, like, that I haven't even really thought 100% through, but something about the house, like if there was something else that was either, again, maybe something that we learn or that we see, or there's a clue, a big clue or something like that. I would love to see that. Again, things that I'm not looking for, things that will actually excite me and make my jaw drop. That's what I would really love. I really would love to see that.
I think that's the problem with making Scream chronological, like how it is, right? Because we're kind of expecting the same clues. Like if it was something different every single time, I think it would be harder to figure out what the hell's going on here. Therefore, making it a more shocking, surprising murder mystery film.
Yep. It's so true. So true. Let's see. And we got Critical in here too, saying, has the recent ones beat for cinematography and maybe one or two other things. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe I'm crazy, but I like the cinematography way better here than in 5 and 6.
From what I've seen, yeah. And we said this with the first trailer. I like some of the shots that we see. I like what we see Ghostface doing. The crawl space scene looks great. Obviously the hero drop from the attic. The attack in the kitchen. I think there's some really good stuff here. I really do. And of course, the burning house. I mean, bro, I can't tell you how many times I've just watched that scene in Kills when Michael is emerging from literal hell and just how cool it looks. I feel like this is going to be something I'm going to watch quite a few times, is when Ghostface is walking out of that burning house, and just how cool it looks. It's just an iconic thing. It really is.
Oh yeah.
And hey, we got Nate in the house. Nate Reagan, what's up, man? Good to see you. We got to chat together about all this. Yeah, we do, man. Yes. Hope you're doing well, bro. Hope you're doing well and had a good holiday. Seriously. Let me know, man. Let me know, because we definitely got to chat, and it'd be great to have you jump up with us and do some talking, man. Seriously. Much love, bro. Thank you so much for that. As we start to wind down a little bit, Jake, any final thoughts with the teaser Anything? Was there anything that you felt it missed or had missing in it?
Well, we still haven't seen video footage of all of our characters. We've,
Yep.
technically this poster is the first time we're seeing the full cast, which is, really exciting. I'm
Yep.
I'm excited to see some shots of, like Anna Camp's character, Asa Gurman, Sam Reckner. I technically we really haven't seen them in the trailer. Some people are saying you can see Sam Reckner dead in the background of a shot. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it's I'm hoping to see that in a future trailer without giving too much away. I am curious what
Right.
these folks are up to, what scenes they're going to be present in. I think that's going to help us start to build some theories and just give us some more talking points, which is always fun.
I agree. It's just all of that curiosity and that buildup, for me
Yeah.
anyways. Just thinking to myself, okay, this is what could be happening, or this is what I think is going to happen. And again, that's part of what makes this so much fun. And we can have all of these conversations going back and forth. It really does. Critical saying 2 killers already makes 3 better because Roman did not do all of that alone. We don't get me started on that. And we kind of talked about this before, especially on the collective. Was Roman alone, Jake?
I mean, there's a theory that maybe he wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm so on the fence about I got to make my Angelina video. I think
You
Night
should.
a while back, I think I told you that I have some thoughts about like why I might not want Angelina to actually be the killer, despite it fixing a plot hole. I have a new thought that has popped up in my brain, and I don't want to spill it on a stream because I want to make a
Okay.
whole video about it. But I
Yeah.
do have a thought about why that actually might not work in tandem with Scream 3. So that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Leave a
Okay.
little
All right.
mystery out in the world,
Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to do that. And again, I think that obviously we're going to be keeping our eyes peeled for tomorrow and waiting bated breath
Yeah.
to see that this thing actually comes about. I don't know though. I don't know. Part of me is now, I guess, and I know in the beginning of this stream that I was saying, do we need to just kick back and not even think about it anymore? And there's a big part of me that feels that way, but at the same time, obviously we're talking about this, this is part of what we do. Part of me is just wondering, well, are they just going to wait until next week? Because I mean, if you think about hype level, obviously there's we're talking about this tonight. We've got the poster, we've got that teaser. And are they thinking, hey, let's just wait until next week, or even beyond? Maybe that is part of the game plan. I don't think it's necessarily out of the realm of possibility for that to be the case. I really don't.
I definitely think we'll get another promotional teaser trailer, something before the movie comes out, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like we got some stuff this week. I would be okay with something big next week, and then another big thing the week after. Character posters. We still haven't gotten those.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Man, I look seriously, and we talked about it for 5 and 6. Man, I really enjoyed the character posters.
Yeah.
That was just something that me personally, I just really enjoyed. And it just got me hyped. So hopefully that will happen. We'll see though. I think that based off of what we see for this poster, I think that I think they'll be really cool. Because I mean, obviously with the other films, you'd have the cast with the mask and a knife or whatever and stuff like that. I wonder what they'd go with this one though.
I was wondering about that because it's been holding the mask, it's been the knife in the last one. Could it just be like the burning house in the background with everybody standing in front of it? I'm just thinking about this poster. What's going on here?
Yeah. Something. I would think it would be something. That's what came to my mind. Fire. Some burning of some sort. Maybe it might be. Well, I don't want to speculate. We could do that all night, but I think they could be something like that. I really do. And we got Ben in the house too. What's up? Good to see you, Ben. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to Scream 7, but Psycho Killer is my big February movie. Ooh, okay. All right. See, we got some people that are like, hey, Scream 7 is going to be cool, but we got some other horror out there that we're excited about and so forth. So
Psycho Killer looks crazy, Ben. Yeah,
It does.
definitely excited for that one.
It does. It does. It does. And we got CB in the house. What's going on? Good to see you. Does the tagline on the poster kind of remind you of the Halloween poster the night he came home? Hey, look, this franchise has never shied away from homaging Halloween. You know, we all know that Kevin Williamson loves Halloween 78. And, you know, we've seen both franchises kind of have moments and so forth. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was part of the inspiration to even, you know, you choose that as the tagline to get that subliminal out there. Yeah, I agree with that. I think so. I really do. Do you think that was on purpose, Jake, you know, to kind of pull strings a little bit from Halloween again?
I mean, yeah, I think a lot of what we're seeing is definitely rooted in Halloween 2018, that whole trilogy. Just trying to find a way to make this film feel like that, because I think it's just going to coincide with a lot of the things that this movie's trying to do. This is, I mean, we can kind of look at this as another requel film. You know what I mean? Another like Scream 5 reinvention of the franchise, restart essentially in a way with the same characters. So I 100% I could see that being intentional.
Okay. Well, there we go. Real quick, guys, we're gonna do our spinning of the wheel to see who gets the chance to take home mini stew right here. Removable mask, removable robe, and also we also have the sweater that is interchangeable. You can take off the robe and you can put the sweater on him. And yeah, absolutely really cool stuff. Coriander did a fantastic job crocheting her creations. And so for you guys that are here, we're going to be doing our drawing in a little bit. So if you still want a chance to be in the drawing, if you send in a super chat, $5 super chat or more, you will be in. We've got a bunch of people already listed. I'm going to be putting them on the wheel. And actually, I'm going to do that right now. Jake, any final thoughts in general before we get to this drawing?
Oh, I'll just say, you know, roll on Scream 7. February is going to be a wild month for horror just in general, and I'm very ready for it, man. January and February, like how we're getting such a great start to the year, man. A lot of good releases in the next couple of weeks.
It's so true. It is so true. I mean, horror's just been on a tear. You know, as a horror fan, and we said this, I think we said this in our last show together. I just think it's been some great horror in the last several years. I really do. And I'm just happy about that as a fan, because it just shows the creativity and the variety that we're getting. And fortunately, even with legacy stuff, there's been great things. You know, not everything. I'm looking at you. I know what you did last summer, but but we've had great stuff. Silent Night, Deadly Night. You just never know what to expect, and it's been really cool to see that. It really has.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Are you seeing Bone Temple this weekend, by the way?
I hope so, man. I hope so. You saw it. I know.
Dude, it's so good. It's unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, please go see it.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay. All right. I can deal with that. But yeah, I'm hoping to. We'll see. You know, a lot of it is scheduling and stuff like that. But
right.
I should be able to. If I do, I'll let you know. And hell, maybe even next week, we can talk about that a little bit too. Of course, you know, it depends on what we got going on. But
of course,
yeah, that would be cool. All right, guys. Let me just bring up. Oh, hey, we got Kay in the house. What's up, Kay? Good to see you. And Critical Say might have some Evil Dead Burns nuggets tomorrow. It's so funny that you mentioned Evil Dead, bro. I won't go any further than that, but that'd be cool. Kay also coming in. Hey, Jake and Knight. Hope both of you are having a great week. Would love to join you guys on a live stream one day. That would be fun. Awesome. Hey, well, I'll tell you what, you know, reach out, you know. I will say that it's always fun to have folks jumping on and joining us. And I know, Jake, you love doing that type of stuff as well. So yeah, reach out. Yeah. Okay. And Kay, you're also going to be in the drawing. I'm putting you in. You are in the drawing for the mini stew. Val and Erica, And Julie, thank you guys for helping out so much and thanking folks. And I think I got everyone. Did I get everyone? I'm looking back at my list here. I think I did. Okay. The only thing about StreamYard is like sometimes you can't go back as easily, and I don't know why they do that, but yeah, I think I got everyone. We got Jerry. Jerry's here too. What's up, man? Good to see you. Saying yes, the goal is met. Look, thank you so much, man. Seriously, all the support. We appreciate you. Jerry, definitely let us know if you are hyped up, even though we just got the teaser. Let's see. And Hollywood guy as well. What's going on, man? Saying, I don't know about you guys, but one of the drawing looks like Jill. Just saying. What? Oh, on the poster?
I've seen a few people say this about Jill or Amber. Like they think the middle drawing kind of looks like one of the previous ghost faces.
Oh, yeah. That would be something, wouldn't it?
That would be crazy. That was the connection, you know?
Right. Let's see. Senior Wilson coming back in. 30-second timestamp pause. She's back in from Ghostface. Looks like a second robe. Maybe. You know, in the first trailer, it definitely had a couple of times when we thought it was another Ghostface. We were talking about just physically, it looked like a different Ghostface. So that definitely makes sense to me. Jake, we haven't talked specifically about that since the first trailer. How much do you think that will play into the film, whether it be the robe or even the physical or the physicality of Ghostface, that we'll be able to tell that there's another one? Because I'm pretty sure there's not going to be just one Ghostface killer.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be just one. I would love to see two Ghostfaces in one scene, though. I think that would just be a ton of fun. I loved that in Scream 6. We got that for like a quick shot or so. And I think we know moving into 7, it's not going to be one person. You know what I mean? Like at this point, it's like, yeah, it's going to be multiple people. That's part of the fun. It's kind of multiple murder mysteries all at the same time. You know, I like that vibe. So I 100% think it's going to be at least two people here. So if that would be something I wouldn't want to see in the trailer, though. I will say that I wouldn't want to see multiple ghost faces. Now, in the movie, you know, yes, that would be fun. But not this early.
I agree. I think that is something that they should hold off on. You know what I mean? We got to have some type of mystery, right?
Right.
Some type. All right. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate you, man. And some great questions and thoughts. Seriously. Jerry's also coming in. Let's go Saturday night. That's right. Saturday night, I'll be just plowing away, man. Hopefully we'll have a trailer, but if we don't, we've got tons of theories and tons of fun stuff that we'll be doing. So Jerry, thank you so much. We got you on the list, man. And Jen also, wow, Jen coming in too. Jen, thank you so much. $10 super chat. I've seen so many people saying that if Stu is alive, fans will be disappointed that he is not the same as he was in 1996. Neither is Gail or Sydney. Great point. If he is alive, he will not be the same. Now we listen, and and it's no shade to our brother Fate. But that's been a big thing he's talked about. And I understand that way of thinking, because you have a character in your mind that you love, and that's just how you see them. You don't want them to be different. How do you see that, Jake? Because it's true. I mean, Gail is a lot different than, you know, Gail was in 96, and obviously Sydney is as well.
Well, I won't go on the whole rant because I could do a Fate decided rant right now, but I will spare you of that. What I'll say though is we saw that progression with Gail and Sydney. You know, you're asking us to just kind of throw us into the situation of, oh, Stu's been doing stuff for 30 years and we're just now going to decide to catch up with him. Had he been a part of every movie in some capacity, I could maybe get a little more into this, but I just don't want the film to be like, oh, actually he's been there the whole time. Like that would ruin the franchise, not just one movie for me. If they're like, Stu's been a part of every single movie, I'm like, no, he has not been. Just like how Roman technically wasn't involved with the original, man. It's like, just make your sequel, do your thing here, stop fucking with what came before. That's a thorn in my ass crack is what that is. So I just Let Scream 7 do its own thing. If Stu's alive, okay, he's pissed off now. Don't say that he was working with Jill or Richie. No, he wasn't. I don't know. That's my thing. I'm just gonna get off my soapbox now.
Wow, man, that was almost a rant. I could feel the fire, man. Jen, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And Jen's coming in again. I hope that nothing from the shrine, she said nothing from the shrine makes it into 7. New York cops should have collected it all as evidence, so the drawings in the room at Fallbrook should be different. That's true. Everything should have been collected. Of course, they can always find ways, right, Jake?
I mean, how did those items get in there in the first place? Shrine? You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
I don't know. The older I get, the less I care about logic in movies. Is that weird? I'm watching a lot of movies lately where I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if that really makes sense, but it's cool that they did this though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rule of cool is so important, I think, when it comes to movie watching.
I agree. You got to have the cool factor. You got to have the cool factor. All right, Jen, thank you so much. Seriously, we really appreciate all the support. And you are in the drawing a couple times here, so thank you so much. And we got also Mr. Mastermind Killer. Love that name. In again, thank you so much. The scene where Tatum is looking for Ghostface that was in front of her, but another one pops up behind her, revealing more than one Ghostface. Well, that's the whole thing. What was she looking at? I mean, it's either a Ghostface killer or a dead body, right?
Dude, I mean, nothing could make a Ghostface chase scene better than two Ghostfaces running after Tatum at the same time.
That's right.
Dude, you want to make Sydney's daughter a badass final girl. This is how you do it. Her first encounter with the killer is multiple, or I don't know, maybe a later one down the line, whatever. But having a chase scene where she's got to single-handedly fight off two Ghostfaces at the same time, Sydney's never technically had to do that. Technically she has, but I'm talking a chase scene. You know what I mean? With Sydney, we haven't really seen that before. That's cool. Yeah, I'm into that. Right.
Yeah, I agree. That would be something. Who knows? I mean, look, I'll tell you this. Something big, has to make that look go on her face. So it's got to be either a death or a Ghostface killer, I would think. Yeah, that's the only thing that's the only thing that makes sense to me. And I could be wrong. Maybe it'll be something totally different. But you could tell, like when we paused it, you could tell the look on her face was like there was terror there. Kind of like you know what I mean. So it wasn't like it wouldn't be Sydney. It wouldn't be anyone coming to save the day or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, I think that might be the little bit of a clue that we need to show that there's more than one Ghostface killer.
I will also. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just saying, which is of course what we kind of assumed, anyways.
Yeah. I think it's probably that. But if it is a dead body, could that be the reason she's out and about by herself, anyways? Because like, if this scene, like again, just I'm assuming here, if this is something that happens in the middle of the film, is Tatum really going to want to be out alone on her own? You know what I mean?
That's right.
I think maybe someone to kick off this chase scene, someone did get stabbed and killed, so maybe she is looking at a body after she thought she took down Ghostface kind of vibe.
Yeah, I agree. And before we do this drawing, you gotta love this. Blitzo or Blitz Helava. Can you both do your best Ghostface impressions? I'd love to hear it. Please, at least one of you.
Oh God.
Jake, listen, hey, you made a movie called Red Right Hand. That's all I'm saying. So you're the professional. Not me, but I mean, I'll throw one out there, but I think you could do a good one.
Thankfully, part of the budget was we got a voice actor to do Ghostface's voice for our little. If you want to hear me do it, watch the little proof of concept that we made for no money, where I talk like this with a pitch down voice. It's bad, dude. Like I can't do it, so I'm not gonna embarrass myself again. But go watch our little short film. That's what I'll say.
All right, just to make this come out a little bit. Okay. Hello, Sydney. There you go. That's about as good as I'm gonna get. That's
better than what I could do.
Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate that. Okay. Critical is saying 7 does not require as much suspension of belief. Ooh, okay. All right.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, right. Grande said they got it from Detective Bailey. He said, I helped him build this. Yeah. Of course, it's me. You gotta love that. I'm never gonna forget that stuff. Never ever. We do have the links in the chat just to remind you guys. He said, yeah, they're doing my comment. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate all you guys being here. Seriously, we're trying to we're having as much fun as we can with you guys, and you guys are awesome. We do have Jake's second. Are you considering this your second channel or third? I know that's a silly question, but sometimes when I'm about to say it, I stop myself because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, you're good. I think I'm focusing on the gaming channel more or less now, but I don't know. I want to come back to this page and do more stuff. Running one YouTube channel is hard. Running 3 is impossible. So
yeah,
I'm figuring it out. But there's some really cool videos, some nice deep dives on this page if you want to check it out. Give it a watch.
Hell yeah, no doubt. And also, guys, and I know that Erica and Julie and Val, they were putting a lot of links into it. If you have not followed our podcast, the Screaming Night podcast, we're on Spotify. There's the link. We're on Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Pandora, all of that stuff. If you give us a follow and a rate, that'd be great. We have some fun stuff and some really cool stuff planned. I'm gonna at some point too have my good friend here on, because I've already got the pitch. I've got this plan for a really cool conversation. The type of conversation, when you know someone for a while and you have that type of trust type of conversation. And Jake's probably like, wait a minute, where's this going? But no, we got some really cool stuff planned, and also just a lot of fun that we've been doing. And yeah, check us out there too. Okay. Let's get ready to put up this wheel. Now, listen, here's the thing, guys, and this is how we usually do it. You have to be here in order to win. So if you're not here, we're really sorry, but it's only fair to the folks that are still here. So that's usually how we try to run this. Alrighty. Let me just bring it up. We've got a lot of names on this. Holy moly. All right, 1 second. And Jake, let me know if you can see this too, so that way I know that I've got this set up right. We got a bunch of names on this wheel, and it will be random. There we are. Can you see that, Jake?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So we've got the names here. I'm going to basically give us the countdown from 5, and then we're going to spin this thing. And all we're asking is that if it is you, just let us know that you're here. Just put it in the chat and just say here, and you will win Mini Stew. So good luck to everybody. And yeah, let's get ready to do this thing. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh boy. Oh.
Hey, yo.
Senior Wilson. Ooh, that was close. It almost stopped. Sometimes it gets a little laggy in there. Let us know that you're here. Let us know that you're here. Julie's like, eyes are glued to the screen. I know. It's always fun. So what we'll usually do is give you guys like 30, 45 seconds. I know sometimes there's a lag in the chat. So we'll give a little bit of time, and hopefully I know. Thank you guys. No, there it is. All right. Very, very cool. You're the winner of the Mini Stew. There he is right there. So this is what we do. Just give me a message on Instagram, or if you'd like, you can email me, nightwatchzone@gmail.com. And that way I know where to send it to. Alrighty. He came in again. He said, here.
Don't give it to someone else. Hang on.
That was awesome. That is really cool. Thank you so much. We appreciate all the support, and all of you guys. We appreciate all the support, and you guys rock, seriously. And all the congratulations as well. Kay's congratulating all of you guys. Thank you so much. And Val, Julie, congratulations, Wilson. There you go. You guys are all right. Well, Jake, I think that's where we're going to end it. This was a lot of fun. There was some cool stuff in this teaser, so I'm a little, whatever you want to call it, put back, but I think that the teaser was really cool, and it was fun just kind of talking about it anyways. This is always, fun stuff to do, so at least we got that. I'm happy about that. So.
I'm just happy we have a Scream movie on the way right now. This is like the most fun time to be a Scream fan, just trying to figure it out, just kind of talk about the mystery. It's a good time.
It is a good time. And like I said, there's a lot of mystery to this and a lot of curiosity. I'm very curious, and I can feel myself. I know I said we were about to go, but let me say one thing. I can feel myself the day that I'm going to the theater. As I'm walking into the theater, and I got my popcorn and I got my Coca-Cola, because that's what I always have to have. Extra butter, by the way. I'm just going to be like, just so jacked up, bro. Just like, how is this going to go? And I think that if nothing else, that's at least for me. I know everyone's different, but I'm just talking about for me. That'll set up a really fun theater experience for me, because I'm just going to be like, come on, what's going to happen? I'm not going to try to hold my expectations through the roof, but I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
And that's great. So,
oh, yeah.
All right.
Kick ass, man.
I think so, man. Alrighty, guys. Shantae, you know what? I tell you what, let me know. Because actually Coriander is like, I'm working on another one. It might be another Ghostface. So let me know. You can like throw me a message and we can talk about it. Seriously. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. So guys, we're going to get ready to head on out. Thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate it. And again, make sure that you're, checking out Jake on the 3 channels. We've had the link throughout all night. Definitely go and follow him, subscribe and support. And we appreciate you all. We'll catch you guys next time. As always, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.